Welcome everybody to my channel. My name is Rainer and this is Rainierbooks. Today I speak to you because I want to give you 5 recommendations of books that have been published in the beautiful month of May that lies right behind us. Today is the 1st of June and it's the beginning of Pride Month, and tomorrow I hope I can give you a recommendation of 10 books to read during Pride Month if you're interested to join the different Pride-a-thons or readathons during the Pride Month. Tomorrow, because tonight, I think in about 1 hour from now, when I film this, the Lambda Awards will be handed over in a digital ceremony on the internet, and the Lambda Awards is the greatest award for LGBTQ connected literature. And many of the titles that I have already picked, I think 5 or 6 of them have been nominated in different categories for that award. But let's get started with the best or most recommended books for me for the month of May of 2021. Stacey Abrams appears for the second time in this new books segment on my channel. The first time was last year when she published a non-fiction book about her work as an organizer of getting people to vote in her home state of Georgia. And Stacey Abrams is, in my eyes at least, an American hero, because she has, with her beautiful team, she has made it possible that thousands and tens of thousands of people who usually do not vote got organized, registered to vote, and voted. And look what they achieved. They changed the course of America. They pushed away Donald Trump from the White House, and they also got 2 Senate seats for the Democrats in the state of Georgia in the beginning of January. Stacey Abrams has now written her first non-fiction book, and it's a thriller. It's a thriller called While Justice Sleeps, published by Doubleday in May of 2021. While Justice Sleeps. Emery Keene, a brilliant young law clerk for the legendary Justice Howard Wynne, is doing her best to hold her life together, excelling in an arduous job with the court while also dealing with a troubled family. When the shocking news breaks that Justice Wynne, the cantankerous swing vote on many current high-profile cases, has slipped into a coma, Avery's life turns upside down. She is immediately notified that Justice Wynne has left instructions for her to serve as his legal guardian and power of attorney. Plunged into an explosive role she never anticipated, Avery finds that Justice Wynne had been secretly researching one of the most controversial cases before the court, a proposed merger between an American biotech company and an Indian genetics firm which promises to unleash breathtaking results in the medical field. She also discovers that Wynne suspected a dangerously related conspiracy that infiltrates the highest power corridors in Washington, D.C. So this is a thriller that Stacey Abrams has written, and it turns out that she's a major talent in suspense fiction. That says her publisher, at least. I think it's interesting enough to take a look at this novel by Stacey Abrams. The second novel I'm very curious about, and I think I'm going to order this right after I film this video. It's called The Waiter by Ahay Chowdhury and published by Harvill Secker. Ex-detective Kamil Rahman moves from Kolkata to London to start afresh as a waiter in an Indian restaurant. But the day he caters an extravagant party for his boss's rich and powerful friend, the peace of his simple new life is shattered. The event is a success, the food is delicious, but later that evening the host, Rakesh, is found dead in his swimming pool. Suspicion falls on Rakesh's young and glamorous new wife, Neha, and Kamil is called to investigate for the family with the help of his boss's daughter, Anjali. Kamil and Anjali prove a winning team, but as the investigation progresses and their relationship grows, Kamil struggles to keep memories of the case that destroyed his career in Kolkata at bay. Little does he know that his past will soon catch up with him in some very unexpected ways. That is The Waiter by Alex Chowdhury, which is with his Indian detective playing in London, England, and it says, the publishers say that this is the beginning of a new series of novels, thriller novels. Very interesting setup. The third novel, I'm always interested in Japanese literature and translation. And here it comes. Here comes Heaven by Mieko Kawakami, published by Picador. In Heaven, a 14-year-old boy is tormented for having a lazy eye. Instead of resisting, he chooses to suffer in silence. The only person who understands what he's going through is a female classmate, Kojima, who experiences similar treatments at the hands of her bullies. Providing each other with immeasurable consolation at a time in their lives when they need it most, the two young friends grow closer than ever. But what ultimately is the nature of a friendship when your shared bond is terror? Unflinching yet tender, sharply observed, intimate and multi-layered, this simple yet profound novel stands as yet another dazzling testament to Mieko Kawakami's uncontainable talent. There can be little doubt that it has cemented her reputation as one of the most important young authors at work today. That is my recommendation number 3. Number 4, and this is the last one I have only 4 recommendations for the month of May actually. Number 4 is The Plot by Jean Hanff Korelitz, published by Faber and Faber. Jacob Finch Bonner was once a promising young novelist with a respectably published first book. Today, he's teaching in a third-rate MFA program and struggling to maintain what's left of his self-respect. He hasn't written, let alone published, anything decent in years. When Evan Parker, his most arrogant student, announces he doesn't need Jake's help because the plot of his book in progress is a sure thing, Jake is prepared to dismiss the boast as typical amateur narcissism. But then he hears the plot. Jake returns to the downward trajectory of his own career and braces himself for the supernova publication of Evan Parker's first novel, but it never comes. When he discovers that his former student has died, presumably without ever completing his book, Jake does what any self-respecting writer would do with a story like that, a story that absolutely needs to be told. In a few short years, all of Evan Parker's predictions have come true, but Jake is the author enjoying the wave. He is wealthy, praised and read all over the world. But at the height of his glorious new life, an email arrives, the first salvo in a terrifying, anonymous campaign. "You are a thief," it says. As Jake struggles to understand his antagonist and hide the truth from his readers and his publishers, he begins to learn more about his late student, and what he discovers both amazes and terrifies him. Who was Evan Parker, and how did he get the idea for his sure thing of a novel? What is the real story behind the plot, and who stole it from whom? These are the 4 books that I was really interested in the month of May. If you have found any other books, if you've bought books that have been published in May of 2021, please let me know in the comments down below. I now return to the Post-Soviet Book Club, where we have a good discussion now. It's really great. I like it very much that we could start this one by reading Sergei Lebedev's novel Untraceable. I'll return to that. And tomorrow I will give the LGBTQ recommendation list for Pride Month. And I say already now, happy Pride Month to all of you out there. But we have to be careful still. We have to wear a mask. We have to keep the distance. We do that and we stay safe. And I see you very soon. Bye-bye.